Hey everyone, and welcome to another video on my channel, where this time we're gonna take a look at these two items right here. And the reason I wanted to use these two items is because they share a theme: construction. More specifically, construction vehicles. So what I would like to do is first put this together, and then we're going to take a look at this, where we have a small little book included in this packet. So I want to show you at the end how I combine these two together into a fun little game. So like always, let's unbox this, put it together, and have some fun. So let's set this aside for a few minutes and focus on this box right here. Alrighty, let's open this up. Oh, and it seems like half of it is missing, but not really. Because what this is, mostly it's made out of cardboard. So it should be here somewhere, probably underneath. And there it is. There's our pieces that we're going to be building up. Oh wow, there's actually a lot of them. It continues. Oh wow. That's a lot of pieces we will have to put together. But you gotta admit, when I first opened the box, it did seem like half of it was missing. To be honest, that's how I felt for a few seconds. But now that we know it's not true, let's start putting this together. It seems like a lot of fun. Now that all the pieces are out of the box, you see that there's actually a lot of them. Here is our dump truck and the rest of our pieces. So let's see, what do we have here? Seems like we have two cones, two barricades, two rocks. These look like pieces to our crane that we're going to be operating. And a small string. Oh, and our construction worker. Alrighty, so let's start putting this together. This will be the base, I see, so let's take this out. There it is. Oh, and I forgot, we also have these stickers right here. Okay, so we need part B and C. Oh, and they are on the same sheet. Simple enough. So let's take them out. So this is just cardboard, but I actually like the thickness of it. It's not too thin. It's pretty thick, and so it's not that easy to actually damage this. Woohoo! Authorized personnel only. Okay, so we're going to be creating our house. So we're gonna bend it right here and put this inside of these holes. There it is. So that's one side of the building. We're gonna bend it and create the second side of the building. Okay. So, and connect this together, the sides, and it's already coming along pretty nicely. Now we need D and E, and I see them right over here. So this is D and E. Okay, so now we're done with two sheets already. Bend them and place them right here next to the building. Now we're going to start doing the crane itself. So we need one of these long pieces right here. Oh, not this one, not yet. Now we need this one. Letter I. I and K. So we're gonna bend it right here, and we're going to put it through this piece right here. Let's maybe do it from the top. And now slide it in. We don't want to do this too quickly because working with cardboard pieces or any sort of paper pieces, if we bend it, then it's a little bit more difficult later on to put it together. So it's best to take your time. There it is. It's actually going to be pretty tall. Now we're going to need the sides. J, which popped out earlier. It was already eager to go. So we need to bend it right here and put it inside of these holes right here to create the sides of the crane. There we go, that's one side. Now the other. Beautiful. Oh, I love if everything nicely fits because you get that beautiful, nice snap into it. And I just like that feeling. Okay, and everything seems to be in place. Let's just squeeze now everything a little bit more. I didn't want to do it in the beginning. I wanted to make sure that all of my pieces are in the right place. And they seem that they are. So here's going to be our crane. And now let's build the top of the crane. So we're going to need M, which is right over here. And then L. Whoa, this big piece right here. How are we gonna bend it? Again, gently. We don't want to accidentally bend anything the wrong way. This. And this goes here. And we're gonna put it again inside of these holes like we did with the crane, the bottom part. Oh, it popped up. Oh, there we go. It nicely snapped into place. I'm sure you guys even heard it. Okay, so here's the top. Now we're gonna need, this one right here. And circle, which is piece number N. Letter N, I'm sorry. So I'm gonna put this through this hole. And we're gonna attach it to this circle right here, which will help it rotate. And then this piece will go through here and out the other side. Now it's time to put in our string. It's gonna go through this hole right here. And now I need to put it through this small little hole over here. Okay, so we got it through the hole. We can rotate this just a little bit. And now let's just tie a knot so that it stays in place. So now we're going to turn this and you see the string rolls up. And we could lift the crane up and down. Pretty simple idea, but hey, very effective. All right, so just let's put this over here, the crane. Again, we need to get this through the small little hole. Now let's just tie it up so that it's not gonna fall. Ah, nice. And there it is, we have our crane. If we turn it this way, it goes up. If we turn it the other way, it goes down. So now let's put it on our crane. And let's attach the crane to the floor. And we still need to put our road, which is our last piece. So now with this road, we're going to connect everything together and bend this just a little bit. Now we just need to put our stickers on the cones and the barricades. This is the last thing we are really doing. So let me do that. From the other side. And now the cones. Start here. And work our way around. Ah, beautiful. So now you all see the finished product. We could place our car right here. On top, place some rocks, our cones, and the barricades, and our worker. And we have it. So we can rotate the crane and we can pull it in and pull it down. Pull it in, meaning pull it up. See, if we twist this crane goes up, and we could also move it around. And I just caused a major accident. So now that we have this completed, let's take a look at the other item that I wanted to show you, and then let's combine them together and play a small little game. So now let's move into our second item. Let's open this foil. Okay, so let's now get the cars out. So here we have our small little book that we could take a look at. It's only 5 pages. Here's our cars. Cute little things. So we have our cement mixer, bulldozer, a dump truck, and construction roller or road roller. So here's our 4 small tiny construction vehicles. And here's our playset where we can actually have some fun. Here's our book, which we're gonna take a look at in just a second. I'll move these 4 small construction vehicles to the side. And here's our play area. So this opens up, and here we have it. So with a small play area like this, there's a few different games that you can set up for yourselves. For example, you can build something small and pretend you're going to demolish it. So take it apart bit by bit. For example, build a small little building, or if you have Legos or something like that. Or we can actually build something here, and so we're pretending to build up. So there's different things we can do with this. However, what I like to do, what I sometimes show in my other videos, is to take things that you can find outside and really play with them. For example, rocks, leaves, these things that you go to the park or outside, you actually can use in a lot of different games, like in this one, for example. So first, what I want to do is build up a small little, kind of like a forest for ourselves. I mean, not a forest, because I really want to build just one tree, but just kind of a little bit of a greenish area. And then we can pretend that we have to demolish it, and then we're going to be building something. So we can take a small piece of construction paper and just crumble it up like so, and we can put it here. We can pretend that this is going to be a small little hill, for example. And now we can decorate it using rocks that, again, you have outside. So here's my little design. So this is just construction paper that I crumbled up, a piece of leaves, some rocks, a small little twig, for example, something like that. A little bit of something green that you find outside, like so. And maybe this little red flower in there, since I saw it on the floor. Just something like this. And there we go. We have kind of something that resembles that you might find in a park or somewhere outside. So now, if you also have maybe a little bit of sand, or you could pick this up in the park or somewhere outside. But just let me put a little bit of sand in here to make it look a little bit more natural. So let me just clean off the sand a little bit from the sides. It's always important to keep your working area clean. So we have something that resembles a small little scene from nature. And now maybe let me put in a tree. So for our tree, I'm just going to use 2 sticks and cut them in half. But really, you can use anything. If you can find a thicker piece of twig or a branch or something of that nature, you can use that to make it simpler for yourselves. But since I have these 2 sticks right here, I'm just going to cut them in half. Like this. And now we can join them on all 4 sides using glue gun, or even simpler and less dangerous, tape. So here is our finished product. So I just joined it on all 4 sides so that now we can stand. And I am just going to color it in brown so that it resembles a tree. Okay, so it looks like something like this. Again, it's not perfect, but it's gonna get the job done. And now into this hole, we can put leaves or branches or anything that you can find outside. So we're just gonna take small little branches and we can now place them inside. And we're gonna do a few like that so that it resembles a tree. And so here is my finished product. So to be honest with you, there might be easier things to use for this, maybe like Legos or Play-Doh, for example, to build a tree or something that you would like to build. But here, I just wanted to show you that we can use things that you find outside, for example, in the park, like a little bit of sand or rocks or leaves. All these things, believe it or not, we can always use to create some sort of a game. So now that we have this set up, we can create a small little game around it. Let's start. So let's see if we can follow this book a little bit that we have. It's a very busy day at the construction site. This bulldozer is hard at work clearing the area so that building can begin on the site. So let's see, we have our small little bulldozer ready to clean this side. So we can pretend that now we're gonna be sweeping away the sand. More construction vehicles arrive, eager to do their jobs. This excavator is a pro at using his bucket to dig holes and fill up the dump truck. And here we have a dump truck, so we also have a dump truck. And here comes the dump truck, ready to help out as well with the construction side. And then we also have our cement truck and our roller. So these we can use a little bit later on once everything is cleared up to build a road leading into the site. The dump truck has a full load of dirt and has to take it away. The excavator will have to patiently wait for the dump truck to return. So we also have this small little dump truck which we can load with the sand that we have and even these small little rocks that we put all over the scene. But oh my, some of these rocks are really big. I don't think they will fit into a small little dump truck like this, and especially a big tree like this. Oh my. But wait a minute, remember at the beginning of the video, we put together a big crane with a bigger dump truck, so we can use that. And here it is, guys. This is that big crane we have created in the beginning of our video. So this will be perfect for taking apart a tree like this or these big rocks. And we also have a much bigger dump truck that could help us with unloading the big rocks. So here they come. And here we have, remember, 2 rocks. So we can also place them over here, now that we have everything set up. To add a little bit more difficulty, we have the barricades. So of course, this is a construction zone. We need to block it off to warn others to be careful. And now we have this bigger dump truck that we can take away the bigger rocks. And with the smaller dump trucks, we can take the smaller rocks and the sand away. And the bulldozer is going to help us clean everything out. We can then use this crane, remember, which we can lower and raise to take away some of these bigger rocks from the construction side and load them into the bigger dump truck. So I want to show you guys the progress. We are moving along nicely. The small dump truck is taking away as much as they can. The bulldozer is slowly beginning to clear the area. And now we have these big rocks being moved by the crane to the bigger dump truck. So here we can lower it. And the rock is coming down. And we're almost there. Careful now. And we can release it. There it is. We can then pull up our crane and then move it over the construction side once again. And our dump trucks are busy taking away all the materials. And the other ones are waiting for everything to be cleared out so that they could start building a road. Okay, we are moving along very nicely. We are halfway done with the cleaning of the construction zone. And the big dump truck is still taking away the bigger rocks. And our construction worker is busy smashing some of these bigger rocks into smaller ones so that the smaller dump truck can take it away. Okay, we are not done yet. It was a long day, but I want to show you we are taking away that big tree that we had. We are almost done. So the cement truck is slowly moving into position to build our road. Okay, so where were we in the book? I believe this is the next page. These construction vehicles are making new roads. The bulldozer makes path for the other vehicles to turn into roads. They make a great team. The mixer drives along the bulldozer's paths and pours concrete on them. The road roller follows closely behind, smoothing the road surface. And so that is exactly what's happening in our scenario as well. So the dump truck is done with the work. He can go back to the construction zone. We have the bulldozer and the dump truck who are also done clearing everything. And now we have the cement truck pouring the concrete and building the road, and the roller is making it flat. So what I'm going to do is build up roads leading into this side right here. So what we can do for this is actually use construction paper. So this is exactly what I used, a piece of construction paper, and here's another one with a turn. And we could sort of create roads like this, just simply plain old construction paper. And we can even add, for example, lights here or an intersection. So what I always like to do as well, if, for example, you have whiteout at home, we could add some lines to make it seem like these are two-way streets. Now, if you don't have whiteout, you can use a marker. It's not a big deal. Anything that's a little bit of a different color to see the lines. There we go, we're almost done. And we have it. So here's going to be our roads leading into what used to be our construction zone. So now you guys can continue playing along. If you have, again, Legos or something else that you can build up a building here, or maybe something else, a farm or anything that you can think of, a park, then you can continue playing along and pretending to now build things after we demolished it. And you can continue building roads right here and eventually put your cars through them. And so the last page of our book is this one. It's time to call on the wrecking ball crane when there are big things to tear down. She loves swinging her steel ball to knock old buildings down. So we are done with our cleaning up. We had that big tree that our crane removed. Now I had a lot of fun playing with these two sets right here. I hope you also enjoyed following along and seeing how we can use this to play a game. So again, if you like these videos, you would like to see more, please subscribe. I would love to have more followers. And I will see you for another video. Bye-bye.